So let's just set the stage for you a bit. It's a random Thursday night. The kids are finally in bed, and my wife and I are on the couch rewatching Schitt's Creek for the third time. And of course, I'm scrolling on my phone on the Reverb app looking for the next piece of gear. And I come across a pedal that I had years ago, loved, and have since moved on. I throw out an offer and the seller accepts. I was pretty surprised. I don't know if you can relate to that feeling of just tossing out an offer on something you wouldn't mind picking up again and having it be accepted. But I got really excited because I truly think that this pedal is one of the best sounding, if not the best sounding reverbs on the used market for $99. It's about what I paid for it on Reverb. There's some listings for it right now, right in that ballpark. And so I wanted to shoot a video, just talk about this pedal, kind of why I love it, why I had it and used it so much in the past, and why it's kind of fun to just have it again in the collection here. I think it might surprise you. I guess we'll find out. But before I reveal what pedal I'm talking about, I'm just gonna play a little bit through the pedal because I know that there's some of you reverb fanatics out there that probably can guess just from the sound of it what it is. Check it out. Before we dive into it here, I want to give a little plug for the affiliate links I drop in the description of most of my videos as of late, the reverb.com affiliate links. And if you are shopping for used or new gear on reverb.com, I would love it if you click the links below. They're a huge support to the channel here. It's a little bit of an income stream for me if you guys decide to buy gear through them, and it just helps me be able to do these types of videos and continue to run the channel in the way that I do. So I really appreciate it. Check the link below to shop for one of these reverbs that we're talking about today. And if you navigate through Reverb through those links, it's really helpful for me and the channel. But back to the mystery $99 used reverb pedal. This is a pedal that I really relied upon and kind of built my sound around for a good long while. Almost 10 years ago or so now. It was kind of foundational to the ambient sounds and textures I was making back then, and it was really just a reverb that had this feel and this kind of depth and dimension and shimmer to it that I loved and gravitated towards. I genuinely think that this is still one of the best sounding reverbs you can get on the used market. It's from a designer that I think has designed historically some of the best sounding reverb algorithms, period. And I'm talking about the Nunaber Expanse. It's part of their stereo line of pedals that included the Wet, the Expanse, the Slate, and the Chroma. They had this batch of stereo effects that they kind of packaged in different clothing and with different names. But the beauty of these pedals is that they give you access to the entire stereo effect ecosystem that Nunaber had designed back in that day. It's a catalog of sounds that has some really awesome reverb sounds, from the classic Wet reverb sound, the modulated Wet sound that you heard a minute ago. There's a really beautiful shimmer reverb, one of my favorite shimmer effects that we'll touch on in a little bit here. And then you also get an echelon echo effect. You get access to the Nunaber stereo chorus effect. It's a really cool catalog of sounds that in a lot of ways is a little bit ahead of its time in terms of sound quality. And so the versatility that you get all in stereo here in this package, I think it makes it a really strong case for a reverb that is well worth the price of admission here on the used market, and is also just really fun to have around in the studio or on your board. And you can go into the editor and create presets and sounds and settings and beam them onto the pedal here over USB and have your tailored reverb or chorus or echo sound that you want right on there. There's also a cool foot switch that can attach via Ethernet cable here. I don't have it in the studio here, but if you want to use this pedal live and have more options and access to more of those sounds, they have a system where you can recall 2 presets across 4 different banks of effects. So you can really utilize this pedal live if you want to lean on it for more than just that one single sound. But again, I think the interface is really clean and it's very concise and streamlined, which is really attractive to me in this day and age. I think the sounds are just amazing. I think that they feel and sound like some of the best reverbs that I have played. And it's compact. It's a normal pedal size. It's going to fit on a small board or a big board with ease. And I think that is a big selling point too. Beyond that, you have some cool quality of life stuff with the interface that Nunaber has kind of adopted, and it's a bit of a surprise that more of the industry hasn't gone to this as sort of a standard, but you can run stereo in and out via 2-cable method like a normal stereo pedal would be. You can also choose to go in the second input with a TRS cable and out with a TRS cable to preserve that stereo in and out. You can do mono in, stereo out. It's really a pretty flexible and accommodating input-output scheme, and I really love that about these pedals. They started that way back in this generation, this kind of iteration of their effects, and they continue that on. And so while we're kind of in this environment where you can spend $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 on a stereo multi-algorithmic reverb pedal, I wanted to just kind of bring up this $99 gem as a worthy alternative. I don't think you sacrifice nearly any quality in terms of the sounds and the algorithms. For me, it's refreshing to not have a bunch of menus to dive and options and sub-options to tweak. And I genuinely think that if you're kind of an ambient leaning player, if you're someone who ends up playing more like ethereal sounding music in churches or in other settings, the Nunaber reverbs just really work super well for that type of setting and that context and that genre. And so check it out. Go check out one of these older back catalog Nunaber reverbs. Really, I can endorse any of the reverbs that they've put out in the last 10 years. And it just is kind of a matter of how much money you want to spend, what feature set you want, what kind of form factor you want. But man, the Expanse platform here is just really fun because you have access to a number of those different algorithms. You can kind of pick and choose and swap in and out as you want. It's just really fun. So check it out. Hit the reverb links below if you want to buy one of these on the used market, or if you're searching for another type of reverb or effect that you want. It helps support the channel here. I'm going to play through a few more of the algorithms that you can beam onto this pedal here, some of my favorites that I've used and loved in the past, just to kind of get a flavor for the variety of sounds and textures that you can use by way of the Expanse platform here. Thanks for watching the video. Drop any notes or questions you've got about Nunaber reverbs, about this specific pedal, or what you would pick if you chose your favorite $99 used reverb. I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching.
you.